Well, welcome back to another episode of the Game Winner Pod. I'm your host Malik. That's AJ, and today we got a lot to talk about. We got Gelo ball, we got NFL, we got NBA. We're gonna get into a lot of it today. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good, bro. How about you?
Been straight, been straight. I'm back in school now, so made that drive back. Just getting back to the thick of things down here. You know what I'm saying? But our first topic of the day, we're gonna talk about. Now we know we normally a basketball, football. But we do talk about real world matters and real world stuff. So Jello Ball, um, rap sensation now, rapper now. Um, first basketball player that turned into TV, the Ball Boy, Ball Brothers. Now he a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That one song, it's a tough song, but like he got a lot out of it. Like he got the LA, he got the LA Rolling Loud. He got booked for. He got a record deal. Now, when I think record deal, I'm thinking you gotta like make more songs now, right? You,
Yeah,
you can't be
exactly.
no one hit wonder. You feel me? But what you think about Jello, man? Like,
No, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I fuck with the situation. Like he was hooping, trying to, you know what I'm saying, still trying to go out that dream, make it to the G League, make it to the NBA. It's just so happy he made this good song. Everybody's fucking with it, and he got this record deal. I'm fucking with it. It's tough. Like the song tough. Um, it's like he can make a name for himself outside of basketball, like with music now. Because like you said, since he signed a record label, since he signed a record label, he gotta make more songs. So I'm gonna see albums, other people. I'm really interested in who he gonna make music with. Like, you know what I'm
bro,
saying? The song's gonna
but
look
is
good.
he gonna do that for real though, bro?
Yeah, I mean, why not? They signed him. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? They see some type of potential. They signed him. It said 8 million, so it gotta be
Right.
some type.
But I'm saying like, you, I don't know. 'Cause I feel like he made this song on like some mess around type stuff. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I
yeah.
don't know if he really taking rapping like serious for real, but he could, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta think about it. Like, even if he was playing around, he signed the deal. So if you like, he wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna be signing no deal. And the money that they probably giving him, they're expecting probably a lot of songs. So this probably his next journey, music. Which I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he was trying to make it to the NBA for so long. Some things just don't work out. So it's like I feel like he gotta make a name for himself.
yeah, I mean, we gonna see what he do with it. I mean, I might swerve in that corner. Oh, I mean,
Yeah, like
it's a
it's
nice
mad
song.
catchy.
It's
It's mad.
catchy. So I mean, we gonna see like how far he take this. You think he finna like do good at Rolling Loud? Like, you think he finna?
I mean, that's another thing. Like Rolling Loud is what they say, like March or something. Like he needs to drop a couple more songs before he go up there, unless he's gonna drop a bunch of unreleased stuff. But the only song I know by him is that song.
I feel like I thought he was just gonna go out there, sing that one song and dip.
Yeah, that's crazy. Come on now, they're not doing that.
Yeah, they're
So,
not doing that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we gonna see though. We gonna see. But now let's go right into the NBA though. Uh, we gonna start off with this question, bro, because I've been seeing this a lot. Um, like Jeff T talked about on his podcast. I think Gilbert Arenas talked about it on his show. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some stuff going around talking about it. But the question is a third option worse than being a six man? You know what I'm saying? We got situations like Bradley Beal, situations like Chris Bosh, Kevin Love. You feel me? Like great stars going to that third role now. Like, would you rather be a six man or like how do you see that? How do you see that?
uh, I'd rather be a six man. Like I think third option might be worse than a six man, just because third option, like you're not getting six man type. Um. You're not getting six man type production. Like you need to do more than like third option on me, six man for at least six man is like come off the bench. You give what the team give you. You give what the team. You need that spark off the bench. You give what the team gives you. You give what the team needs at that time. You create a spark. Like that doesn't always mean you play at the end of games. That doesn't always mean you win the focal points. Like you just six man. Like you come off the bench and give what the team needs. That's your role.
Yeah.
Third option is like it's more pressure, I feel like, because you're not getting the ball as much as the first and second option. When you do get the ball, you gotta do something with it. So you're gonna have less shots. You're not gonna get as much, you're not gonna get the ball as much as you was at other teams when you was the first option. Like you gotta do what you gotta do in those type of selections. Like it's different. I just feel like it's just more pressure on the third option. Like Bradley Beal, let's take for Bradley Beal in the situation. He's a third option for the Suns. He's getting benched for things that because it's out in control. Like if you don't get the balls a lot, if you don't get a lot of shot selections, you're not going to be able to thrive for it. Because I mean, you got to make the most of them. So a six man, he can come off the bench and do that because that's his role. Like Caris LeVert, his role is to come off the bench, average 13, 14 a game, just to give a spark, just to give that scoring that they need. But Bradley Beal's like, okay, we're looking for you. If KD out, if Devin Booker out, they're not playing good. We need you to give us something. And like, it doesn't always work like that. So I'd rather be in my situation. If it was me, I'd rather be a six man.
You see, bro, I feel like with that third star role, though, it's like it also depends on who you're playing with too. Like if you playing with, if you know you need the Rock to score 25, 30 points, whatever, and you've been doing that like Bradley Beal, like with the Wizards, like you going to a team with KD and Devin Booker who also need the Rock. And in a lot of people's eyes, including like the old coaching staff, like they're viewed as better than you. Like people think D Book better than Bradley Beal. People think Kevin Durant is better than Bradley Beal. So it's like, bro, like you naturally gonna be the odd man out. Like, yeah, we know you can get busy. We know you can get 30, 25, whatever. Because we've seen you do it. We've seen you be all NBA. We've seen you become an all-star. But they're viewed as better than you. So it's like, you feel me? Like you come in there, yeah, we want you to do what you gotta do, but it's like you gotta play behind them. That's gonna make you look bad because none of those guys really shed a rock for real. They all about going and get a bucket. And like there was times in the season, especially last year, I thought it could work. Cause like although like passing isn't like their main thing, they can all do it. But I mean they went on a losing streak. They kind of turning around now, but like, like they benched him. I don't even think he's been playing all that bad, but he like you said, he's had some bad games. But I mean, but also you look at it, people like Kevin Love, Chris Bosh. Like, what my problem with this is, just because a guy's playing a role doesn't mean that he's diminished. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got people telling me, "Oh, LeBron James won it with just Dwayne Wade or Kyrie Irving." Like they say, Bosh on the decline or Kevin Love on the decline. I'm like, no, bro, he was playing a role. Now you know what I'm saying? Like, just because he wasn't averaging 25 and 15 with the T Wolves or Bosh 25 and 10 with the Raptors, like, but you're playing with D Wade and LeBron. You're playing with Kyrie and LeBron. Like, they understood their role and they won championships. Don't mean they declined, but they used that to try to prop up LeBron. I'm like, bro, like y'all don't know basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thing. Like, I agree with you though. I feel like being a six man may be better, but but when it comes to being on the bench, you're not gonna get as much credit as those guys that are starting. So I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you on that, and you made some valid points. It's just for the like, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, look at those. The Chris Bosses. Chris Bosh came third man. Kevin Love became the third man from when they was first options on their team. But they made it to championships. They won championships. Like Bradley Beal, even though this is only his second year, he's shown. Even if it like, you can say that you don't think he's been playing bad, and I don't think he's been. I don't. He's done had some 3-point games. He done had some 9-point. Like, but I mean,
He's
he's
playing
got.
a role.
Yeah, he's
He's
playing
playing
the
a
role,
role.
but you can't do that. And also, if the team loses, now is he doing that in the team winning?
I mean,
You
nah.
can't,
What, what's
you
what's
can't,
their
you can't.
record?
Like, what kind of role? I mean, but still though, Bradley Beal, what kind of role is him getting only 3 points? What kind of role is him getting 9 points? Like, they didn't bring him in there for that. Like, I mean, he's
Yeah,
averaging what 18, 17. I'm not saying he had to average 20, 25. He's a third option, but you got to do something to help boost the team to where they can win a championship. Like it's like he has no like he's not playing no type of good defense if he's not scoring. So what is he? What else is he doing? He's not doing nothing unless he's scoring the ball.
yeah,
But like you
yeah.
said, but you're not going to get the ball as much when you got KD and D Book on your team. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be shared the same way. Like them two going to take all the shots. That's going to happen. But it's like. That's why I say six man because six man doesn't. Not saying nobody wants to deal with pressure, but it's like you know that the role you playing in and what you're doing off the bench is good for like you know this you're gonna do for the team. Like if I have 10 points, 5 rebounds, like 2 assists, I'm a six man. I'm off the bench to do that. I'm supposed to produce to help boost the team in my role. If Bradley Beal does that, like you said, he's gonna get criticized because he used to be a superstar. Like he used to be 30 points a game on one team. That's not his role now, but. That's not his role now, but it's like you still, even though your role isn't diminished, you still gotta make the most of it, like how Chris Bosh did, how Kevin Love did. Like they made the most of their roles. They did what they had to do for the team that still succeeded to win a championship. That's what they supposed to get all them together for.
But I just don't like how people want to diminish them though. Like say that they decline. They ain't decline, bro.
No, no,
They
they
wasn't
definitely didn't
decline.
decline, but it's like for them, okay, yes, I understand. Nobody declined. They playing their role, but Bradley Beal, I just feel like he needs to do a little bit more. He shouldn't have
Nah,
been going to the
facts,
bench.
facts,
Like the bench is crazy.
facts.
But
That's crazy. Yeah.
speaking on that though, let's talk about how Russell Westbrook been playing though. Yeah, he had his second he had this triple
Hey,
double second triple double with Jokic and starting lineup what a couple games ago. Played good last game. Like I know you a Westbrook fan, so how do you feel about him?
yeah. Hey, man. Hey, for us, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's going crazy.
I told you, bro. He gonna be the next player to get 10,000 rebounds and 10,000 assists. I'm saying that he gonna be the next one to do that. I know you. I know you kind of like iffy on the rebounds because he gonna get the assist this year.
Yeah, he gonna get the
I
assist for sure.
Yeah, he may
But
get the
the
assists in 2 months. You feel me?
yeah, exactly.
But the rebounds, he got to play another like year or two for that, which I think he will. But now he playing great though. I think there's a stat out there like they're like 13-4 with like Russ as a starter, something
Hmm.
like that. But he's playing great. I feel like Jokic is helping him out because Jokic's IQ. I feel like Jokic's IQ is like so high to where it's rubbing off on Russ. I feel like Russ has always had a great IQ because like you a point guard, you a Hall of Fame point guard in the NBA, you gotta have great IQ. But Jokic's IQ to me is like so high, like he's helping Russ like when it comes to them turnovers. Like, Russ was a high turnover guy. He
Hmm.
hasn't really been turning the ball over like that. I mean, he still turns the ball over, of course, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not getting them 8, 9 turnover games. I haven't seen that lately. He's
Right.
scoring the ball efficiently. You know what I'm saying? And it's that two-man game like there. He's playing off Yoke. Like he's feeding Yoke and he's cutting to the rack. He's backdooring. He's the one setting the screen and he's going to the basket for the lob. You know what I'm saying? And then occasionally he'll knock down a three-point shot or two. You know what I'm saying? But he's rebounding, he's defending, his energy level. I mean, I always knew Russ was like this, but he just had to be in the right situation and not be scapegoated. You feel me? Like I feel like in LA, it hurt his rep because everyone blamed him when it wasn't even Russ's fault. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like I told you off the air one time, like I feel like if Russ still had his own team, like with the Wizards, I feel like at this point in his career, he may not average a triple double, but he could be close to it. And you seeing it, like when he's in a role where he's started and he has the ball, and he's doing it. So I'm not surprised. I'm happy, and I hope they keep this up because he's the first person on my list of like players that I want to see win a ring before they retire.
Right. Oh yeah, facts. I mean, I like what's going on too because I was one of the ones when he was with the Lakers and I was like, bro, is he declining? Like, what's going on? Like, I could tell it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I can see with the Nuggets, like he's found his like new home, like he's finding like he can be able to play with other like with Jokic and do is still what he do best, which is get triple doubles and help the team win. So I mean, I'm liking it too. Like I just, it was just a fact. Like I just feel like this is something that we've been like, well, this is something we already knew he could do. Like this is something we've been wanting to see playing with. Like he's been playing with other superstars, but the way he's playing with Jokic is just like crazy. Like I'm just everybody's getting the way he's getting everybody involved. Um, he's shooting the ball well. He's scoring like it's like he's getting his groove back. But I wanted to ask you, like, since Aaron Gordon came back from injury, how do you think they're going to do the starting lineup now?
I think they're gonna continue with Russ starting until Aaron gets his like groove back a little bit because he's been in and out the lines with this whole year, really.
Hmm.
And then I don't see Russ starting this whole year, bro. I don't. I think right now they got a good thing going, but the second they lose a game or whatever, he going right back to the bench. Not saying like he gonna play bad, but they just had so much chemistry with Murray, Jokic, Gordon, and Porter. They're not gonna stop that.
Right.
Plus them boys won a championship. So I see Aaron Gordon going back to the lineup, starting lineup soon. But I feel like for this moment right now, they gonna rock with Russ. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you for right now. Until like you said, like it's not saying he got a short leash, but it's saying like if it gets to the point where he's like a bad game or like a bad loss, yeah, they're probably gonna put Gordon back into the starting line just because, like you said, chemistry wise, and that's the team they won the championship with. You can't get away from that. Like he would like Westbrook, we can't like we all know Westbrook did a good job with doing what he gotta do while he's out. But you still gotta get back to your routine. Like you still gotta get back to what makes a championship team. And not saying Westbrook is not a part of it, but
Yeah.
he could still play, come off the bench doing what he's doing now, starting.
And speaking of that, I feel like Russ is like, how do I say it? I feel like he has accepted being that bench role kind of guy now. He's
Yeah,
still putting
exactly.
up numbers. He's still playing a lot. And when he come in the game, he's still impacting the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But I feel like what this is showing is that he's still a starting caliber point guard.
right.
It's like Chris Paul, like Mike Conley, them older guys. I feel like he's still a starting caliber guard. I personally, I feel like if you took Jamal Murray off the Nuggets and you plugged in Russ to be that sole point guard, they would miss a beat record wise. Personally,
Uh,
maybe hot take. I don't know, but what Russ is doing right now, like, all right, hey,
I'm only going to agree or disagree with that just because Murray is still a key part of what they're doing. Like they got
he
Aaron Gordon back,
is,
but it's like it's like you can't just put. I mean, I'm not saying miss a beat, but I think Jamal Murray is still a good point for their team. Like he's still a
bro.
part of the success.
They chemistry though. Russ and Jokic's chemistry this whole season, bro. They playing like they've been playing with each other for like years. They playing like that.
No, no, for sure, but you still can't say like you can say that, which is true, but it's like they still need the other main pieces for the team to still keep that going. Like without
Yeah,
Jamal Murray and the team, they still gotta get Westbrook still gotta get the assist. It's just all it's still all one big they all still one team together. Like it's still Jamal Murray still gonna be a good focal point for the team. Aaron Gordon, like you said. MPJ, like you still can't get rid of one and just stay like, oh, they could be the same still.
I know,
It'd
I
be
know.
they'd be a good team, but I don't know about still the same.
I'm not gonna say the same. I feel they wouldn't miss a beat. Like I said, they like 13-4 with Russ starting. Some of these games Murray been out. But hey, we gonna see how this season goes. We gonna see how the season goes. We gonna get to the Pistons stuff because they're another team like Russ. They a team that's kind of revitalized itself because the Pistons been terrible for like the last what 3, 4 years, five
Mhm.
years. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, they've been bad ever since Blake Griffin was left. That last year of Blake Griffin.
they've
You know what
been
I'm
bad
saying?
since
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah. I remember they made the playoffs that one year with the versus the Bucs when Blake was hurt. And then he had came back for a couple of games. They lost anyway still, um but nah, they doing their thing, bro. Like I told you, I said once they got Tobias Harris, once they got Malik Beasley, like I know those are the guys that people ain't really paying attention to, but I'm like, bro, the Pistons are so bad. All they need is some good veteran players. They don't need no superstars. Because they got superstars. They got Kay Cunningham. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They got Jaden Ivey. They got great young stars already. Jalen Durn. They got great young stars already. They don't really need no marquee guy. But like all they need is some actual decent veteran players, and they'll be better. It's not hard to be better from what they was last year and 2 years ago. Weren't they like 2-26, something like that?
Yeah, like what was it, 2 years ago
Yeah.
or last year?
One of them years they was like 2 and
Yeah,
26.
I remember that. That was terrible.
It's like a
Terrible.
20-something game losing streak they was on.
Yeah, it was bad.
Now I'm like, I know Tobias Harris ain't no world beater. I know Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway, them guys ain't world beaters, bro. But it's like they decent. They're not great. They're not bad. They're decent. You pair that with Cade Cunningham and Ivy and Durn, you see what you getting. They in the play. They went from the worst record in the league to they gonna have a playing spot this year, and
Right,
possibly play for a playoff spot.
right.
So I'm not surprised at this. I told you they got better. I'm not gonna say I didn't say they got exponentially better, but they got better. So that's my take. What's your take on the Pistons and how they have revamped that roster?
Yeah, I remember you saying that it was gonna be like this. Like you said, they could be a potential playing team, and I
Yeah,
ain't gonna say I disagree, but it was more of like I didn't expect them to be what they are now. Like I thought they was gonna be maybe 10 game, like maybe 10 and what in 20 and 20 now, 2019, like maybe 10 and what is it?
right
I
now
just thought
they 21-19 right now.
21-19. I didn't think it was gonna be
Yeah,
21-19. I'm not gonna lie. I think they had Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. as good pieces. Now we already know Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, and Kate Cunningham was the focal points, but I think I also like they draft pick Ron Holland. He's been playing good for them.
yeah,
Asor Thompson when he's been healthy. So they really they have potential to be that type of team. I could tell they surge and they're doing what they got to do. I didn't expect this for real. I thought this gonna be maybe a little bit worse, but the way that Cake on him is playing is like he's turning into a superstar. Like he's turning into a triple. He's flirting with a triple double. Like how people was when you start to see how they potential can be, how they really
yeah.
like. He's starting to do that. So he's averaged like what 24, 9 and 6 or something like that. Like that's insane for his third, fourth year in the league. So. I think if he stay on that trajectory and Jalen Duren the way he's playing, I mean they could probably make the plan. And they and for real, how the East is, they might have a chance to actually like win, depending on who they play.
If I'm telling you this, if the postseason was to happen today, they would be playing the Heat and a win and get in playoff spot. They're the AC right now. And personally, I feel like they're gonna trade Butler. I don't think Jimmy is going to stay here this whole season.
Right,
He's already redemanded a trade request today.
right.
So Detroit versus a Heat team with no Butler, hey, like,
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I say they probably could win. Like, there's no team that's really scaring me until they actually make the playoffs. Is like, oh yeah, like, but because you know when they get if they make it and they get to like seventh or eighth seed, then you gotta deal with the Celtics, the Cavs. So right now for the play-in, I can see them. There's no team that scares to be like, oh yeah, they're not a good matchup for them. Like they can actually beat them, and
they
They'll
can.
have Jaden Ivey like then too.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, like I said, I knew this was gonna happen, bro. Like they didn't really need no superstar. They just needed some good, okay P. Tobias Harris is not a great player, but he's an okay player. He played for the Pistons already, didn't he? Like back then?
Yeah, yeah,
He did play for him already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Malik Beasley, he has been shooting the lights out these last couple games, bro. Like, they got a big win versus the Knicks yesterday. And I watched some of that game, and I'm like, they look different out there. Like you can tell, like the veteran guys that are out there now are really making a difference in that locker room.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? You seeing more fluidity, you seeing more stability and um what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like you just see a better team when you look at them. You know what I'm saying? Like they not great, but they no longer bad.
Right,
Like I feel like they only finna go up from here. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's
Yeah,
my thing, bro.
I feel the same way. Same player. Like there's no way for him to decline. Like they're only gonna get much better. And like there's I can that's all I can see. Like the right people. You can see the potential in the right people. Like Jalen Duren and K come. Like you can see that trajectory. So as long as they keep going, the team's gonna get they'll get good.
All right. Right. So like I said, that's a wrap for basketball. We gonna go right to the NFL now, these playoff games. Um, yeah. Uh some of these topics are gonna be great, some are gonna be very, very horrible. It's not funny.
Nice, yeah, it's crazy.
Uh
I'm shocked by some.
so who did the Bears play again?
Is people trying to be funny?
Oh, okay. All right. Um, so like I said, NFL wild card weekend happened. Great and bad weekend. Um, we're gonna start with the Saturday games. So that Chargers Texans game, my God. Jesus, Herb. Like I was rooting for Herb, man, little Herb. I was rooting for him. 242. He was 14 to 32, 242, one touchdown, four picks. Had a 13 QBR and a 40.9 passer rating compared to CJ Stroud, 22 for 33, 282, one touchdown, one pick, had a 65 QBR and a 90 passer rating. So both quarterbacks weren't great at all. But the Texans defense came alive more than the Chargers defense did. CJ Stroud had a more efficient game than Herbert did. It was bad, man. All Herbert had was Lad McConkey, who Herbert had 242. Lad had 197 of those 242 passing yards. Yeah, yeah. What was your takeaway on that game, bro? Like,
I wasn't expecting the outcome. He played so good during the regular season. It's like, how? It's just how, like, it don't make sense. How do you have more interceptions in one game than you do in the whole season? I have never, yo, that was crazy. Like, it's just everything that could have went wrong. And I remember us on the pod last week. I said the Chargers was gonna win, and look what happened. I ain't think for a second that the Texans had, but like just the way Justin Herbert playing that bad, they had no choice. I just wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a shock to me. It was a
four
shock.
picks. I think Herb top five in the game. Quarterback, I can't say that no more, bro. I can't say that no more.
It's all yeah. Then that's what I'm saying. Like that's for another day. But it's hard when when you had such good of a season, regular season, and then you get to the playoffs, and it's like, dang, like how do you stink it up like that? I don't know. It was like some of them passes just didn't make sense. One
At
of them
all.
was his fault, maybe two of them, but it's like the other two, like, bro, what is coming? What, like you're throwing it when it's already covered and other press safety's coming over. I don't know, bro. That's something I wasn't expecting for sure. I wasn't expect
Underthrowing on the go
underthrown.
route, underthrew. That's not Derek Stingley right there.
Yeah, like he was a first team All Pro for a reason. I mean, I know you Justin Herbert, but still, like you gotta understand you know what I'm saying, like who you have, the personnel. I'm just surprised it went that way.
Yeah, and then the game I don't really want to talk about, but my Steelers. Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yo,
14 to 28.
that was
Russell
bad.
Wilson. I don't care what your stats say, you were terrible. 20 of 29, 270, 9.3 per average passing, two touchdowns, had a 121 quarterback rating. Do not care. You were bad and you didn't start playing great until you were down 21. You had a 46 QBR, Russell Wilson, compared to Lamar Jackson. 16 to 21, 175, two touchdowns, 84 QBR, 132 passer rating. And who wasn't even the best player on the field that game? Like Derrick Henry, 26 carries, 180, 186, average 7.2 yards a carry, two touchdowns. He rushed more yards than Lamar Jackson threw. He averaged 7 yards every time he ran. Bro, they had a drive, 13 plays. They only ran the ball with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson.
I hate to be the
We
one to
was
say this, bro, but I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like I remember you saying, "Oh, we can do this." What are they 2-10-2 against y'all? Well, now 10-3. I remember that. I remember those conversations. I understand, but it's like, do y'all have any injuries? Was there any injuries going on? I
All
was,
right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro. You try to be funny. You try to be funny.
no,
You
it
try
was
to be
just
funny.
when I was saying about the moment, like when I was telling you one day, I don't remember if it was on the pod or not, but I was like, it's a momentum thing. Y'all going into the game off 4 losses. Like I won't say that to be funny. It was more of like y'all not looking good. Like coming off a 4 game losing streak going to the playoffs. It's like, and then Russell Wilson is not playing the best. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And again, this is why you can't go off stats in any sport, any team sport. You can never go off stats because if you did not watch this game and you just picked your phone up and went to ESPN, again, Russ had a 121 quarterback rating. You would have thought he played great. Threw for 270, 20 of 29. And he spread the ball around. Pickens, 87 yards. Harris, Najee, 41 yards. Van Jefferson, 37 yards. Mike Williams, 37 yards. Calvin Austin, 25 yards. Like, he spread the ball around. He was horrible. And I saw some today that said, I think Pittsburgh is going to move forward with Justin Fields. I'm on Twitter and like a lot of reports were saying like they're gonna move forward with Fields. That's what I want to happen. I want Fields to be the starter next year. The man had 10 total touchdowns, only one pick.
He's,
Now I know
I
how you
think
feel about the rushing touchdowns, but still, like he did that. And we need someone that's mobile because a lot of Russ took 4 sacks. Justin I forget who was a play in the game. Justin probably would turn one of them sacks to like a 20-yard run.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah,
I understand why y'all. I understood why y'all did Russell. Why y'all started Russell Wilson in the first place because of the passing situation. But y'all telling me he wouldn't have done better than what Russell Wilson did. Like, what was he 6-5 with y'all the rest of the year? You telling
yeah.
me Justin Fields wouldn't have did better than that?
Yeah, I think you probably would have. But you know what? We got all off season, all summer long to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about it no more. I'm sick of Pittsburgh. They do this to me every year. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. But hey, move on to Sunday. Uh, Broncos Bills. I had this game on upset alert at first. Like, I'm like, Broncos, they come out, first drive, march right down the field. Bo Nix, I think it was Sutton or Marvin Mims. It was Sutton.
Oh wait, that's scored touchdown.
Yeah, I
Troy
forget.
Franklin.
It was who?
Troy
Troy
Franklin.
Franklin. Yeah, yeah. Bomb to Troy Franklin, touchdown. They go up 7-zip. I'm thinking, okay, like no, Broncos got a good defense. Like you talked about that on the pod. And Josh Allen, they weren't really they were scoring, but like in the first half, it looked like they was like struggling a little bit. They wasn't really running away with it. Then I went to practice and I came back and I saw 31-7. So, um, but when I was watching though, the Broncos couldn't stop the run. James Cook, 23 carries, 120, 5.2 a run, one touchdown. Josh Allen had 8 carries, 46 yards. Todd Johnson had 9 for 44. They all averaged about basically 5 yards a carry on the Broncos defense. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh only got sacked 2 times. So what was your takeaways from that game, bro? It was a straight bludgeoning, beating. Uh, yeah,
Well, after Bo Nix scored that touchdown so quick, it was like what 12, like 3 minutes to even go off the. I was like, damn,
yeah, they
like
scored
all right,
quick.
yeah, let's go across. I'm like, this might be a good game. Then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden it was just 3 and outs. Then it was more of like it's just the Broncos. Ever since that first touchdown, it was like they couldn't get back to the same team, which I didn't expect them to really beat the Bills. I thought it was going to be a closer game because of that Broncos defense, how the defense was, but. It didn't. The defense didn't even look too good. Like Josh Allen did whatever he wanted to do. That fourth and what was it, 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 play where he threw that back of the touchdown, back of the end zone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
like
saw
on
that.
a like that was insane. And that gave it to me. It just made me think like, yeah, if 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 Josh Allen's doing that to the Broncos defense, bro. I just wasn't expecting that. That was just a I really thought it was gonna be a closer game, honestly. I thought it was gonna be more of like Bo Nix was gonna have how he did that first time, that touchdown. I thought he was gonna have a little more of those. Just a better game overall, but it looked like it was just more the Bills' favor.
Yeah. I mean, Bo Nix, what do you think of his start? Rookie QB
No, his
starting?
rookie QB start was good. We ended with like 29 and 12 or something. I mean,
Nah, nah, I'm talking like playoff
oh,
game.
for the
Like,
playoffs. Oh yeah,
yeah,
I
how you
mean,
think this
oh yeah.
game?
Oh, for the playoffs, I mean, he played better than Justin Herbert. And
Yeah,
not saying
that's not
like
saying much.
no, that's not saying much, but it's like he played better. He played better for his first start in the playoffs. Like he played decent. Like you know what I'm saying. Which it wasn't no Jaden Daniels, which we were gonna talk about later on. But he
Yeah.
played good. Like he played to the like you know he's gonna be the quarterback for years to come. Like he's still gonna be the future quarterback.
And like I said, and we got more show to talk about, like the rookie of the year and all that. These
Yeah,
quarterbacks,
exactly.
Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, all that. Um, I mean, the Bills were supposed to win this game. We're gonna move on though to the Eagles and Packers. They played in the middle window. Um, to be honest with you, bro, I did not like what I saw from the Eagles outside of Saquon Barkley. I mean, Jalen Hurts was efficient passing. He threw the ball 21 times, completed 13 passes, had a 131 though, two touchdowns, had a 114 rating. So he threw the ball well when he did throw it. But like he barely threw it. Smith had 55 yards, Goddard 47. AJ Brown, one catch for 10 yards. That's all he had the whole game. Got three targets. That's it. And we heard him say a couple weeks ago when the reporter was like, what needs to change? All the passing when they were winning. Now, if Jordan Love wasn't trying to outdo Justin Herbert for who's the most worst quarterback,
Yes.
the Packers probably could have actually won this game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Jordan Love, 20 of 33, 212, three INTs, 37 QBR, and a 41 quarterback rating. And the only bright spot was Josh Jacobs all night. What was your takeaway?
What I can say about that is Jordan Love played good the first game. Same defense, same people on the team. Defense is number one in the league, but same defense. He had a crack on the first game of the season, so you already knew. 30, okay, he played decent. He played good actually that game. This game, he also came in. They say he hurt his elbow last week. He re-injured it in the game, as I've seen. I'm not trying to blame injuries on this situation, but it's like Jordan Love is like they paid him all that money for a reason. They know he's the franchise quarterback for years to come. He played bad, but I really think it's a deeper situation going on than him just playing bad. Like I feel like him re-aggravating that elbow or that elbow wasn't 100% was also a part of it because there was some throws he threw that he usually gets. Some underthrows, overthrows. Like there was it also looked like he also had some receivers hurt, like Christian Watson
Oh
out for the
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Dobbs
yeah.
got hurt in the game. It
Oh,
wasn't
and
Reed got
I
hurt.
think Reed got
Reed
hurt
got
too.
hurt, and
Yep,
he
yep.
had a couple good plays to get some spark going. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like, and I just feel like Jordan Love just was a little banged up myself. I just feel like ever since they played in the first game, they played in the first game, did good. It's like they did horrible this game, but I feel like it was just a lot of shit, a lot of stuff just going on to where that happened. Like Eagles played a good game, they did what they had to do, but it was a deeper situation.
So are we gonna put this game up to the injuries? Like the Packers just had too many injuries to overcome?
I'm
Because I
I
wouldn't
feel
be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, I feel like if you had a healthy Jordan Love and all the receivers, I mean, in a perfect world, not saying that should happen, but in a perfect world, if you had all the receivers and you had Jordan Love healthy, yeah, I mean, I really feel like, you know what I'm saying? It would have been a better game.
This was a game the Packers could have definitely won.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because the Eagles did not play well.
and they lost by 12 with that.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
it should have been more than that because Saquon could have scored that touchdown, but when the game was actually getting played, they won by 12.
oh yeah, and look, did you Did you see that interview where the reporter was like, why didn't you try to score a touchdown? He was like, oh, well, I do that. I may pull a hammy or they trying to run me down and they hurt something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
One player say, "Hey, bro, hey, that boy petty, bro.
Hey,
That
hey,
boy petty."
he petty as I don't know what. Hey, I mean, but me personally, I would do the same thing. It was just nothing to prove at that point. I know
Right.
why he did that. Like, I know why he was saying that, but like, there was just no point to prove at that point. Like, you already didn't beat the
Yeah.
team. I mean, shoot.
And let's go on to that late window. This was probably best game of the night. Commanders, Buccaneers. I told you the Commanders could get them. And they did. Um, both quarterbacks played very great to me, very good to me though. Um, Daniels 24, 35, 268, two touchdowns, 80 QBR and a 110 passer rating. Um, like I said, he found McLaurin and Dayami Brown for touchdowns. They led the team in receiving also. But Baker Mayfield, 15 for 18. So he didn't throw the ball that much, but he averaged 10 air yards per pass, 185, two touchdowns, had a 62 QBR, had a 146 rating. Only took one sack for 2 yards. That was it. Bucky Irvin, 17 carries, 77 yards. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Mike Evans had a great game. I feel like when we talked about it, that fumble, that was the turning point. Well, they fumbled twice, right? But that second one really cost them, right? Is that what it
Right.
was?
Yeah, second
Right.
one cost them. They scored off that.
Yeah. So I feel like that's what the game came down to. I'm not gonna sit here and say Jaden Daniels outplayed Baker because I mean I know we're not supposed to really go off stats all the time, but when I watched the game, I feel like Baker was just as good. You know what I'm saying? He was very efficient with his passing, 15 for 18. Like that's three incompletions. You know what I'm saying? So and he almost had as many touchdowns as incompletions. So I'm not gonna sit here and say Daniels outplayed him, but that fumble and Daniels capitalized off it. So what would you take away with that game?
No, yeah, I can't say y'all played them either. They both played a good game. It was just the Jane Daniels, the Commanders, just they wanted it more. Like that fumble really messed them up. I feel like them scoring off that fumble really like turned. It turned some things in the game because it made it what 27. It made it 2017. Then they had to come down to kick the field goal. Like without that turnover, they would have been able to. I mean, yeah, without that turnover, they never came down and scored again. So without that turnover, the
Yeah,
game would have been a whole different type of way. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like I'm not gonna blame Baker Mayfield for it, but it's like you can't make them type of mistakes in a game like that. Especially like I'm not and we know how the type of player Jaden Daniels is. Like I've seen a stat where like he's then had 5 game-winning drives already this year. Like that's like tied for most of the for NFL rookie. Like that's insane. So um I just feel like that situation right there, that fumble just really served like that turned the momentum to the game. Like that gave the Commanders momentum that they needed. Then that touchdown to Terry just really capped it off. Not really capped it off because Buccaneers had another chance to score, but it was just like it was just at a wrong point that they had that fumble. But I think both the quarterbacks had a good game. It's just Commanders just came out with the win. And I remember you did say the Commanders had a chance to win that game. Like
yeah.
I never doubted them. It's just I remember they lost 37-20 that first one, and I wasn't gonna say they was gonna get blown out, but it was like I just felt like the Buccaneers might have got over the hump and beaten them. But
That was the first game of the season though.
no, it was first game of the
You know
season.
what
He had
I'm
to get his feet
saying?
under him, and that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And now let's go on to this last matchup: Rams Vikings. Straight butt whooping, straight. I can't cuss on here, but straight everything. Like 9-27. Matt Stafford looked like a Super Bowl champion that he is. Sam Darnold looked like the backup that he is. Cost himself probably $50 million. Quick take on that game, bro. Because
Yeah, I don't even gotta
I
spend too much on it. Yeah, it was just like I said, I didn't have faith in the Vikings after last weekend because you only get as far as your quarterback, and I didn't like how Sam Darnold played last weekend. Not well against the Lions. You can't do 14-2 and have a great season throughout the whole year, and then when a game actually counts, 14-2, you have the division right in your hands, and you stink it up. Okay, we try to let that go. We give you another chance Because I
Yep.
mean, you know what I'm saying, you're already on a short leash. Give you
Yep.
another chance. You stinking up against the Rams in a situation where you shouldn't even been in, but it should have been a game that you won. Y'all lost the first time, okay, understandable. But going to this game, like, come on, man. Like,
But my thing is this though. My thing is this. I feel like Kevin O'Connell got out coached because some of the passing schemes, the route schemes won't they was getting blanketed a little bit, but that offensive line got whooped.
yeah, it got
That
bad.
Jared Verse, that defensive line boy,
Yeah.
they
It didn't know
they went
help.
to town. They went to town on them, boy.
It wasn't no help for the defense. Like the offensive line was terrible. That wasn't no help. But it's also he held the ball so long. Like you
Yeah, he
telling
did.
me
He
in some
did.
of them plays he couldn't just throw it, just take a risk. Like you already
Throw it
down.
away.
Just
Throw it
throw it
away.
away. Either throw it away or throw it to where you know what I'm saying. Like you have Judders, you have Anderson, you have Addison, you got Hawkinson. Like in any of them type of moments, you telling me you didn't have faith or you didn't want to trust none of them to just throw it and if it's anything, hopefully they get it instead of taking a sack every time. And he didn't even try to run that once. I know he's not a runner, but not even trying to run for the first down when it's 4th and 1, 4th and 3. Like that's craziness, bro. He didn't revert it back to the old self.
But like I said, I feel like he's not alone though, because that offensive line, that coach. But he took 9 sacks for 82 yards. That's the most yards allowed off a sack in playoff history.
Yep.
82 yards they lost off of sacks. It was terrible, man. But let's go ahead and get into these picks for the next week. We normally do NBA picks on this show, but for the ones watching, we tend to switch it up a little bit. This week we're gonna be doing NFL picks. And first game up, Texans Chiefs, Saturday. That's the first window, first game.
I got Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't wanna have the Chiefs. I don't want to. But on Twitter, they said that there's a ref that's gonna be refing the game, bro. When he refs the game, the Chiefs are 6-0.
Oh yeah, so it's
You know
silly,
how I
bro.
feel about that.
Yeah.
The refs go get on the bus with the Chiefs, with their Chiefs gear on. They gonna get to the stadium, take the Chiefs stuff off, put their ref stuff on,
Yeah, facts.
and rep the game. They gonna cheat from some along down the way, and yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, the NFL got to look into that because there's no way a referee should be 6-0 with the team that's playing. Like, there's no way, bro.
like come on, bro. But yeah, Chiefs probably gonna win that game. I feel like the Texans got a team that should be able to match up well, but we saw this team play on what Christmas or the game
Mhm.
before
And
that,
before
and
that, I think.
and didn't look like a contest for real. Next game though, Commanders Lions.
Wait, I think that Texans Chiefs game was actually a good game, if I'm not mistaken, because I think Tate Dale got hurt in that game. Didn't the Texans lose by like a touchdown or something that game?
The
I don't. It might have been more than that.
they lost
Um,
19-27. So it was an 8-point game.
hey, but okay, okay. And what's the next game you said?
Commanders and
Oh, Lions.
Lions.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
Lions. I mean, and now I'm not gonna lie, I was never. I'm not saying this to be on nobody bandwagon or Commanders bandwagon or Jaden Daniels bandwagon, but I liked how he played last game. I'm not gonna say they're gonna beat the Lions. I still think the Lions are gonna win, but I think people might be thinking this might be a blowout. I think the Commanders can actually show, like, actually give
Make it a
them,
good
like,
game.
it could be tough for them. Like, I wouldn't make them no slouch. Like, I think Jaden Daniels gonna show how legit he is. Have a nice game. Not saying they're gonna win, but make it reasonable.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I feel like the Lions still gonna find a way to pull it out, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders won. I'm
Oh,
with you. Like Jaden Daniels is that nice to me. I ain't gonna
didn't say
lie.
winning, but yeah.
But again, their head coaching, the, bro, they just make winning plays, bro. The Commanders, they make winning as a football team. Bobby Wagner's all pro again this year.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
but I'm with you. I feel like the Lions are still gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a good game. I
Yeah,
do. I don't think
respectful.
the Lions are gonna be able to stop the Commanders from scoring, but they're gonna stop them enough to win the game.
Right, exactly. In the right moments.
Yeah. So the next game is Rams Eagles. Now we saw this before. Saquon had like 4,000 yards on him in that one game.
Yeah.
round two rematch. We know Stafford in the playoffs is amazing. Hurts in them. They won, but it wasn't a great win in my opinion. Who you got winning that game?
I got Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, I got
I
Eagles
think
as well.
Saquon will do the same thing again, and it's going. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but I think Eagles going to get it. They're going to find a way to win the game.
And yeah, I got them too. I think it's going to be a great game, but Saquon probably going to destroy them again. I feel like that game plan that they use versus the Vikings, they can't do that
Like,
versus the
yeah,
Eagles.
not going to work.
Not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. And then next one, next one, and for the last one for the day, Ravens Bills.
Ravens.
I gotta pick the Bills because I said the
Wow.
Bills. I'm a Steeler fan. Anyone but the Ravens. You hear me? Anyone but the Ravens. So look,
Well, if you wasn't a Steelers fan, how would you look at it? Let's be
I
honest, bro. Let's be real.
I'll probably say Ravens.
I'm about to say,
But
let's be real.
I gotta have integrity here. I said Bills at the start of the playoffs. I gotta keep saying Bills. They got a great offensive line. We gonna see. I mean, they played already. Derrick Henry had 5,000 yards against them.
I ain't gonna lie, that was like a 30, was it 35-10? That game was bad, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. We gonna see. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% confident. We gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see how it
Yeah,
goes. But I think my predictions for AFC Championship would definitely be Chiefs, Ravens. NFC would be Eagles, Lions.
Lions. It's looking like that. Like I said, Bills. Man, oh man. But hey, that's all the time we got today. That was a great show. Again, we appreciate everyone that watches. We are serious about this, and this is something that we want to do for a long time. Hopefully, build a following with this. So we appreciate the ones that's watching us and tuning in. Again, so we post every week. See you on the next one.
Yeah, see y'all later.